and you're 70% left.
Exactly. I'm proud of myself. I'm doing it.
Me too. I just know you can do better. Like, why would you? If you know you can do something better, why not go?
Yeah, I already like said it before, but I'll say it again. Speed is not doing the right thing here. He should not be forcing him to do things he's not comfortable with. It's just gonna deter him from ever going back to the gym ever again. What's good, YouTube? Yo, welcome to something I've not reacted to, I think, in a while. It's been a while since I reacted to anything speed related. But I had to react to this because I felt it was necessary, because this video he challenges his brother, who is overweight, right, to run a mile for 100k, right? 100k is life-changing money. And he's just being nonchalant about it. People are roasting the fuck out of him for being lazy, being unmotivated, being just overall very, how do I say this? Being a bitch. However, I don't condone people roasting him for his physique, or for his, how do you call it? His overall ability to, you know, try, right? You gotta admit, you know, he is like just some dude, and his brother is like some super streamer star, right? And, you know, people were roasting him, oh, you don't want to step on the scale, blah, blah. You know, I've seen a couple clips here and there for the video, but I'm gonna react to the whole thing here. I'll probably cut out stuff because the majority of it is just nothing interesting probably, but we'll see. Anyway, we're gonna hop into the video, run a mile, win 100k. So yeah.
It's your distance here. So once it hits 1-0,
once it's 1-0, you did it.
Okay, so he is going to run a mile in 50 minutes, right? Which is pretty doable. It's not that excessive of a challenge. And especially if you get 100k for it, even though he is obese, it shouldn't be that much of an issue.
Come on.
My legs hurt. My legs hurt.
Okay, so you know what is with speed? I'm not saying he's fake. Okay, I'm not saying that. I think he's authentic most of the times, but he does tend to exaggerate. And low-key, I think that his brother is exaggerating a little bit on purpose, right? I think it might have been like, I don't know if it was like planned or not, but I do think that he is playing a show here. Because saying my legs hurt after not even like what I don't know how many miles 0.04 is, but that's like what, 500 meters maybe. Way less, actually, way less. No, way less. Like, but yeah, like, I don't know, you know?
I can't, bro.
You stopped after 1 minute.
I can't do this.
Why would you pull it?
I mean, you forced him to go on a pace that he was not comfortable with. Now I am on Speed's side here, right? I do think, you know, it's not, he's being very childish right now. Like, he's not even trying. Like, he gets 100k for this, and he seems to like, he's not even trying, right? Which it kind of upsets me, because I mean, I would do a lot more than just run a 1 mile for 100k, like, easily, right? But hitting him and like degrading him and all that, like, that's not the way, man. Like, you have to encourage him in like positive manners. You shouldn't be like hitting him and all that. So if you are, like I said, he's probably playing some part, like some, you know, abusive, toxic trainer. I think, at least I hope. I don't know Speed, obviously, but I've seen Speed's kind side, right? I don't see him as somebody who would abuse his brother just because he, you know, was being stupid.
This is my last damn chance. You get $150,000.
I don't want it.
For fucking walking. Just walk.
Yeah, it's what I mean, man. Like, Speed is a character. Speed is which I'm assuming he's just playing a role, right? Like the extension, like the the hysterical crash out, right? Like the intense anger, right? Like that's not him, right? That's just him playing a character, which is his whole streaming career, which I don't judge whatsoever. I'm more of an authentic person, or I'm more about being authentic instead of like a character. But you know, if he wants to be more portrayed as a character, that's fine, right? I'm not hating on that at all. I think he's very entertaining as a person. But yeah, it goes without saying, you don't force people to do what they don't want to do, especially not exercise, because exercise will only become like it's a double-edged sword. If people like it, there's like great, right? That's easily doable or like at least manageable. But whenever you're gonna start forcing him or like punishing him for doing something, and that just doesn't work. He's just gonna see the gym and exercise as as something negative, and you shouldn't be like shouldn't make him do things that he doesn't want to do.
If you walk, you're not going to complete a mile in 15 minutes. You have to walk.
Here we go. That's nice. I'm going to complete a mile.
You have 13 minutes left.
Yep, that's...
Yeah, what I'm seeing here is he's actually prepared to do the challenge, right? Walk a mile. But he want to do it on his own pace, which is great. You know, you should be doing it on your own pace. You don't have to like force yourself to do something that you can't, or you know, are unable to do for physical or psychological reason, right? And if he thinks 4 miles an hour is gonna be too quick, you know he's not gonna make that, then you don't have to force him to do that. You know, doing it in 15 minutes is not, you know, not very intense, right? I would do like 4 miles in 15 minutes, but it just, I get why Speed wants to do this, right? I get why Speed really wants, you know, his kid brother to exercise, because, you know, he's obese, he's unhealthy, he clearly lacks discipline. You know, he's a crybaby. He's very like he lacks a lot of masculinity. Like, I get why Speed wants him to improve, right? Because Speed is all about improvement. He's all about like exercise. He's all about like motivation. He's all about like productivity. He's all about like discipline. Like, he is such a polar opposite of his brother, right? And I get why he's like this, right? Because he achieved so much, and he wants others to succeed with him, or at least improve to points where they would, you know, feel better about themselves, right? And I know that he could definitely like motivate this dude to, you know, to be better in some way or form, right? But the way he's going on about it now, it's not the correct thing. I think if he just lets this roll, where he just lets him just do his 3 miles an hour, which is he's comfortable with, that should be fine, right? I think that would be great. Who cares if he doesn't do it in 15 minutes, right? What if he takes an hour? Who cares? He's exercising. He's putting in effort to achieve a goal that he that he agreed to, right? So I don't see why there's a lot of negativity, especially in the chat. Like, a bunch of people are like, bro, look at this. L Jamal, L Jamal, small PP. Like, it's just, you know, like, these are obviously, most of these are children, right? Which I can understand why this chat is so childish. But if you take from anyone, this is not the way, okay?
Come on, bro. Chill
Oh,
out.
man.
Get on the treadmill,
Yo, I
man.
don't want to do this no more,
Okay,
bro.
fuck it. We're not doing it no more. We're going home. We're going home.
Good.
Come on, we're out.
So what just happened here is he just threw a tantrum. You know, he just was very childish, right? Now, like I said, Speed is also not, you know, the good person in this situation. Like, forcing him to run 4 miles an hour instead of 3, which he was clearly way more comfortable with. Shouldn't be forcing him to do that. But as as on the other side, like, it makes sense, right? Because training is not about comfort. It is actually going above comfort level, you know? Like, you have to, like get to a point where it's so uncomfortable that you want to quit, and that's kind of where you want to be. That's why exercise is so hard. It's why it's so demanding, why it's so almost masochistic at some points, right? But that's also why it's so worth it, because it's fucking hard, bro. Training hard is hard. All right? Like, why do you think people are so why do people think get respect when they look built? Why they have big muscles? Why they are, you know, why they have a six-pack, right? Like, not only like training hard, but like being consistent and disciplined with their nutrition and all that. It's hard, bro. That's why it's so so respected, because it's something that's very hard to achieve. But to make people or somebody jump into this very difficult, well, pretty much lifestyle, right? You need to ease them in. It's just like diets, man. You don't just cut out all bad foods and all sodas and all that. No, you slowly reduce the amount of calories over time. Like, you don't go cold turkey. Some people can do that, right? Some people work better on that, right? But some people don't. And I feel like this guy is one of those people that just don't adapt quick to like forcible boundaries and stuff, right?
How am I testing you, nigga? You testing me.
Really, like,
Fuck all that.
too spoiled, bro. See, that's why.
He's like a disappointed parent almost, right? Like, you can clearly tell he loves his kid brother, right? Like, he cares about him. He wants him to be better. But it's hard. You can't force people to become better. They need that needs to come out of themselves, right? And now Speed is pissed off, right, and disappointed. Disappointed in him. Jamal, he's called, right? And now Jamal is like bitter because, you know, he knew he was a failure. He knew he couldn't do it, and he had to display that through to like hundreds of people, right? Which is very embarrassing. And he just, it's not like he is embracing like this failure. He's not embracing. He's disappointed too in himself, right? But he's just like, I don't know. There's something like inside of him. He's disappointed in himself, right? But he's also not disappointed to the point where he wants, where he could like overstep his discomfort by trying this challenge, right?
What's the plan? This
What
the fucking plan.
You can do different shit than discipline.
Discipline.
It's a different.
You have
type
no
of shit than
fucking
discipline.
discipline.
Man, I don't give a fuck, bro.
You have no discipline. I can tell you.
I
right.
do not care. This is not.
He's not wearing his seatbelt, by the way. Speed, that's very that's very irresponsible. I would not start my car until everyone has a seatbelt on. But that's just me.
I'm trying to make sure you're going to streaming university.
Fuck streaming university at this point. Fuck that shit, bro. That's gonna be a big waste of time.
Well,
It's gonna teach me shit I already know.
I mean, hey, that's like no shade to Kai, but that streamer university shit, that's some fucking bullshit, bro. That's some fucking bullshit. Everyone knows streaming and like making YouTube videos and content creation is just a bunch of luck. Like, you do something, people like it or people don't like it, and you know, and the algorithm needs to like pick up your shit and you know, make people watch it more and more and more, and over time you grow, right? Not everyone is like these like one or two hit wonders like Speed and Kai, right? Like, the majority of the people don't get big like them, you know? But people want to believe in this dream, right? They want to believe in this like very intriguing concept of blowing up and all that. Like, no, it's a grind, bro. It's a process. And streaming university, even though it's free, I don't think that's gonna be anything, honestly. Like, I really don't think that's gonna be anything like worthwhile whatsoever. You're just gonna become like the Kai's net orbiters, you know? Like, the majority of those people are just gonna be like Kai's net fucking carbon copies of them. Like, they're not gonna be original, they're not gonna be special, they're not gonna be like authentic, they're not gonna be like streamers or people that you wanna watch because they're, you know, they're interesting or anything like that. They're gonna be like Kai, you know, like it's just how it is, you know. And if you think that a streamer university is going to actually make you a successful streamer, I'm sorry, but I hate to break it to you, but that shit is a scam. I mean, it's not a scam because it's free, right? But still, like, it's a waste of time, man. You should just start and, you know, try your best and, you know, hope for the best, you know?
You 20% there now. You got 11 minutes. You might got to crank it up.
This is a lot better, by the way. This is a lot better way to motivate it. Even though he was, you know, Speed drove him to the point where he just wanted him to shut the fuck up and, you know, just wanted him to stop talking about it. That's why he decided to do it again, right? But just because that's the reason doesn't mean it's bad, you know? Like, sometimes you need to get annoyed. Sometimes you need to get, like, pushed to your, you know, to get on somebody's nerves to actually, you know, accomplish something, right? Like, for him, it doesn't help to tell him you're a loser, you're a mistake, you're whatever, right? Like, negative comments or passive aggressiveness is not happening. It's not like, doesn't help him, right? He clearly is somebody who needs positive reinforcement. He needs, you know, reasons to do what he wants, you know, what he should do, right? And, you know, honestly, I think it's really good that he went back. You know, he decided to go back, even though, you know, he might have not wanted to, right? But I honestly, I respect it, you know? He could have also just said, like, no, I'm just gonna go home and fuck it, you know? So, I respect it.
You got to reach 1.
That's cool.
He's only going 3 miles per hour right now. At this rate, it's looking bad. Now you're at 8 minutes, bro.
Oh, my feet.
Yeah, I think the issue here is he should have changed the plan, the challenge to just like walk a mile. Okay, I think the time limit and the pace he needs to go on is just not something he is comfortable with. And yeah, you would say, oh well, it's a challenge, you know, you should be pushing your limit. But some people aren't like that, bro. Some people aren't like about like pushing limits. Aren't about trying to become better every single day, aren't about like self-improvement, man. Some people are just lazy. Some people are just born losers, right? And that's not a negative thing to say. That's just their mentality. They're just like, oh, whatever, bro. I don't want to even try. I'm gonna fail regardless, right? And now it's just gonna fail in front of like a bunch of like people, which is only gonna destroy his self-esteem even more than it already is. Like, it's not a good thing, man, what he's doing. I'm not gonna lie.
Go ahead, take off your shoes. There you go.
Okay.
I recommend cranking
That might
it up,
help.
bro.
That might help.
I can't. See, look, if I walk normal, it's gonna fuck me up.
I think this guy never learned how to walk properly. He doesn't lean forward enough to actually walk fast. He doesn't know how to walk faster.
I didn't even stretch and get a drink of water. I didn't do none of that.
That's right.
It's all going out raw.
You didn't.
And you think I can do this?
Because you was mad, bro.
You never gave me no water or those stretches to do.
Because you was mad.
You don't do stretches in the start of the exercise. That's not a warm-up. That's a misconception. You don't stretch before warming up. You do some sort of cardio to warm up your muscles. And that's it, you know? Get your blood flowing. Stretching is an end exercise. It's a cool down exercise. It's not a warm up. If you do a warm up for stretching for a warm up, you're gonna have very tight muscles, which is gonna make it way harder to stretch, and it's just not good for your muscles overall. It's like whenever you have like a rubber band, right? But it's very crusty, and you're trying to pull it, it will snap. It will break, right? But if it's like warmed up, if you like rub it in your hands a little bit, and it's like warmer, you know, and you stretch it out, it's way more flexible, right? That's how it is. So stretching is never a warm-up exercise. It's always a cooling down.
Get back
Can you give Jamal some words of encouragement?
Okay, let's see. Let's see what the father has to say to him.
All right. What do you want him to do?
He's right now running a mile right now on a treadmill.
Good job.
There you go.
Son.
But he needs to go
Okay.
faster though, Dad. He needs to go faster.
Come on. Is he hurting?
No, he's just walking. I know he can do even this just a bit better.
I'm proud of myself. I'm doing it.
Me too. I just know you can do better. Like, why would you? If you know you can do something better, why not go?
Yeah, I already like said it before, but I'll say it again. Speed is not doing the right thing here. He should not be forcing him to do things he's not comfortable with. This is just gonna deter him from going back to the gym ever again, and making a bad memory bad memory about the gym is never a good thing, especially for, you know, people who are obese, because, you know, losing weight is not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, you have to like watch your diet, exercise, right? Like, if you ever want to like become healthy, you need to you know, you have to do this, you know. And him, like, I don't know if this is the first time he's ever been in the gym or not, but if this is his first experience in the gym, it's a bad experience, bro. I wouldn't even blame him if he said like, I'm never going again. I genuinely, like, if this was my first, no, that's not true. My first experience was horrible. My first experience was horrible, bro. Like, I came back, I could barely move anything in my body, but I loved it. So it doesn't really help the same. But, you know, like, oh man, I get speed though. Like, it hurts, man. It's so frustrating to see people like live their lives in mediocrity, in like low effort mode, you know. Like, I get why speed is like this, right? I do, and I know he does this out of love, right? He 100% does it out of love, but I think he just expected a little bit too much. Like, he might have physically be able to do this, but mentally he's just not prepared to do this, man. He just is like, he's doing it though, you know, and I think that's the most important part. He's doing it. And that's what he said. He's proud of himself by doing it. Like, it's not like he doesn't want to improve. It's not like he doesn't want to do this. He just doesn't want to do with the restrictions Speed set up. And I think Speed should have loosened up the requirements to like accommodate him to more of his comfort level. Because it's still uncomfortable what he's doing, by the way. Just because he's doing it 3 miles an hour, it's still uncomfortable for him. You know, he's sweating, he's breathing heavy, he's doing something he doesn't want to do, right? But he knows that when what he's doing right now, it's gonna be good for him, right? And he feels pride in doing what he's doing. But Speed is just being all negative about it, even though he should just be, you know, excited and appreciative that he even does it in the first place.
I don't know what I can do. I don't know if I can do better.
You don't know? Right, so fucking do it.
Nah, I'm not gonna try.
Why
Long
won't
as I'm
you?
on the treadmill. That's it.
And that's his first step, man. That's what he's comfortable with right now, and you should be respecting that. Saying that he wants to be, you know, that he's doing this, that he's on a treadmill, that's already something he's proud of. That's already an achievement in his mind. And, you know, for somebody like Speed, who is all about pushing limits, that doesn't understand, it's not something that registers in his brain as trying, right? But some people are not wired, some people are not wired like that, you know? Like, some people are just, you know, slow burners, right? Like, I believe that he can do more, right? I 100% believe it. I'm 100% agreeing with Speed on that, but mentally, he is already doing a lot, you know? He's already pushing his limits, even though Speed doesn't understand that.
Back your age, bro. Finish the last 20, bro. Yes, I am proud of you, bro.
You don't sound like you're proud of me.
Because you stopping. Stop fucking giving up.
So you're not proud of me because I didn't do the.
I'm proud of you for getting on a treadmill, but I'll be more proud of
Yeah, that's. I think he makes a really good point here. Like, he says, like, I'm proud of you, but he's not. Like, he's just giving half compliments at this point, right? He's like still very frustrated that he doesn't do what he has to do, right? I don't know how Jamal psychologically works, right? But what I perceive that he responds to the best is positive reinforcement for even the little steps, right? For Speed, this is one step, right? For Jamal, this is already 3 steps, and Jamal has at this point done 2 steps, right? That's already 1 step more than Speed would have done, right? If that makes sense, right? But for him, Speed takes way bigger steps than Jamal does. I hope that analogy makes sense.
But
Him not to been doing it for a while, that's pretty good.
but he kept one pace though. He could have went faster. I promise you, he could have went faster. It's like he just doesn't try. I don't get it.
You gotta encourage him more.
I am. He got hundreds of thousands of people encouraging him. I don't know what else. Like I don't know what else.
All I see is L's in the chat. I don't see there's 100,000 people encouraging him, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
You completed 1 mile. You ain't gonna give me a hug? Congratulations. You completed 1 mile. Just under 20 minutes, bro. Congratulations.
Hold on.
Congratulations, bro. Give me a handshake at least, dude.
Yeah, he's not resonating with his mental state right now. Like, Speed has really like shown that he's not supportive to the effort he put in, even because, you know, like I already said, like psychologically, these 2 people are not the same, man. They don't run on the same frequency at all, right? Some people just don't. They are not wired to look for their limits, right? And like Speed says, that was not his limit, right? He could have been way quicker. He could have done it longer. He could have done it quicker even than like 15 minutes, right? But you know, him already being in the gym is already an achievement, right? And I don't think he appreciates the amount of energy and mental fortitude it takes to actually start doing what he's doing right now. And I think if Speed actually, you know, appreciated all the small things he did, I think this would have been could have gone way better, right? Yeah, you know, yeah, that's my conclusion, to be honest. And the reason why, even though, you know, Speed took, you know, how you say this? He accepted that he didn't, you know, that he didn't succeed in the challenge. He was still, you know, relatively appreciated and like congratulated him in like doing the mile, right? But Jamal at that point was so done with that whole thing that he just didn't care anymore, right? He just wanted to do it because he had to do it, you know, just to like, I don't know if it was to prove him to himself or to Speed or whatever. Like, I don't know what it is, but he's disappointed in himself too, man. Like, you can tell, like he's not excited that he did it, and it's partially because of Speed, but it's also just his inner struggle right now. Like, he knows he could have done better. He knows it, right? But he's like, I don't know. I think he has some inside turmoil about this whole situation, and that's why he's like so down right now. Because normally when people like do something that they didn't think they would be able to do, they get excited, right? But this guy, he did it. He did something that he could easily do. And he was just not happy with the results, I think.
Oh, I'm proud of you. I just don't like your attitude, bro.
What? What'd I do? Dude, I ran a mile. I'm proud of myself that I ran a mile, dude.
I said your attitude. Like, I said your fucking. Do you know what? Do you know what attitude means, bro?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, being condescending is not really the way to do this, to be honest.
You just acted like a baby this whole time, bro.
Cause, first off, I'm a fat nigga. Don't get me wrong, I'm fat as fuck.
Okay, that threw me off. Whoa, okay. I mean, yeah, he's not wrong. Oh, man. Bro, I saw some, like, video. I don't know what was video, but, like, was like a woman, right? And she said, or a mother, I mean, and she said, I don't hate that my son is fat, which I 100% disagree with, because I think I would hate that, but regardless, I just hate that he does fat shit. And that's kind of what his attitude is like. That's what Speed means, man.
I'm not mad that my son is fat. I'm mad that he does fat shit.
You just have no discipline. You don't get what I mean by discipline.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Discipline is doing the same thing or doing something every day, just discipline. You don't have like
Discipline. He's not really explaining discipline really well, but discipline is essentially doing something in a rhythmic basis, on a rhythmic basis, or like a weekly, daily, monthly, whatever the basis, right? And doing it every single time, no excuses. That's discipline. Discipline is not, oh, I don't feel like doing it, so I'm not doing it. No, discipline is you're gonna do it. It's like pretty much like whenever you have a job, right? You don't want to go to the job, but you gotta work, right? You gotta go to work. So you have the discipline, and obviously the outside factors of, you know, if I don't go, I'll get fired. But you still need to have discipline to go, right? Even though there's consequences for it. And discipline becomes very difficult when the consequences don't exist anymore. Nobody is going to scream, or nobody is gonna like do anything to you if you skip one day on the gym, right? Nobody's gonna like say anything about it. Actually, the opposite. People are gonna say like, oh yeah, that's fine, you know, you should take breaks, you should take it easy, blah blah blah. Like, no, you shouldn't take breaks, shouldn't take it easy. Obviously, like whenever you're like injured or like you know, don't feel good or anything like that, right? That's bad, right? But like, if you are within your healthy limits, you don't stop. That's what discipline is. Discipline is something you have to do something without having the consequences of your actions. There's no consequence. Nobody is helping you and nobody is stopping you. That's what discipline is. Discipline is it comes out of yourself. You decided, or you promised to yourself, I'm gonna do this every single day, every single week, every single month, whatever, right? And you're doing it. Nobody's holding you accountable. That's discipline. That's discipline. You know, and discipline is one of the most difficult virtues a person can have, man. It's very difficult to hold yourself accountable because it's so easy to just relax, take it easy, and just take a day off, right? Because, you know, we are wired that way, man.
You're like working for something or striving for something. You know what I mean?
This wasn't my goal.
Bro, that's not the point, bro.
It's kind of the point, yeah. He got in that gym with his own goal. Maybe he didn't like disclose that or like told him or something like that. I don't know what happened before, you know, they decided, or what happened when they were talking about doing this or whatever, right? But he clearly went into the gym with a different goal than Speed, right? So that's just the disconnect here.
No, life in general. This whole Mal thing was for your life in general. To learn discipline. In life, you need discipline.
Yeah, that's kind of what like growing up without a dad is like. You have to learn discipline, because even though mothers nurture, right, and are very kind to you, but men don't need that. I mean, they need that to a certain extent. I'm not gonna say that they don't need it, but young boys need discipline. They need structure. They need consequences for, you know, for things. Otherwise, they just don't do it. They become complacent. They become lazy. They become stuff like that. And obviously, you know, as far as I know of his family situation, he grew up without a dad, right? Speed grew up without a dad, and I don't doubt his mother is great, right? Like, I'm not like blaming her, but it's just males or fathers. I mean, father figures are so important for little boys, man, when they're growing up. Like, they're so important. They create the person who you are. If you have a dad that's complacent and lazy, you're gonna become a son that is you're gonna get a son that is complacent and lazy, right? If you have the opposite, you get the opposite, right? Like, it's that simple. And mothers are more prone to, oh, don't worry, sweetie, you take it easy, you know? And fathers are like, no, you're doing this. You can do this. You have to do this. Go do it. Right? They are more like iron fists. They are more like, almost forceful, right? But they know that you can do this. They know it's tough love, right? And Speed is kind of trying to teach him with tough love, but he's just, I wouldn't say too young to learn that. Like, listen, okay? I used to be like him, right? Back in the day, I mean, obviously I had different issues, but I used to be like this guy, right? I used to be lazy. I didn't go to the gym. I didn't do anything. I just ate bullshit, trash, you know, slept, you know, do all bunch of lazy shit, right? And when I was like 17, 18 years old, I started going to the gym. And when you start to go to the gym, you I don't know what it is, but like you learn how to be more accountable. You learn how to be more disciplined. You learn how to be more, how you say this? Of a man, essentially, right? And he's still like acting like he's 13 years old. Like he's still in his young teens. Or at least that's how he behaves, right? Even though he's 16 years old. He's just, I don't know, man. I think that's the issue. You just grew up without dad, and that's not against him. You know, that's not his fault. But that just shows. It really shows, man.
You hit 100K. I brought you a free LV bag that I bought for you. No, keep it. No, I don't want that. What do you mean? That's you. It's a gift for you. You hit 100K. It's a all right. My gift is you to have it back. For real? Yeah.
Let's go back to the part where, you know, he didn't want to receive the gift for something that he achieved, right? Apparently he reached 100K subscribers probably on YouTube, right? Now, I don't know how deserved that is or not. I don't know what this content is like. Maybe a lot of people like him. Who knows? This is the first time I've ever seen him, right? But I can tell he has pride. I can tell he has morals. And he's like... He doesn't want to get rewarded for something that he feels like doesn't deserve a reward. Now, this could be like some psychological issue where he's just, you know, very pessimistic about everything, and he never really congratulates himself or like is proud of himself for things, right? Or he just has a completely different view about like reaching the 100K because he didn't deserve it, right? At least that's how he feels probably, because that's why he didn't accept the gift, right? I'm getting a little bit of a feel and a little bit of like a grasp of what this guy's character is like. And it's not like he is some baby, okay? He's not like some pathetic guy that has like no morals, no backbone, nothing. Like, he has his standards. He does have his pride. And, you know, like, I'm not trying to evaluate him like as a person on just this like small video, right? But I'm kind of am though. So, I mean, I'm not seeing like a loser here, okay? I don't see him as a loser. He's not a loser. He is definitely somebody who wants to compete for things, but he wants to do it on his own pace, right? And, you know, maybe his pace is a little bit slow, right? Like his running. But, you know, not everyone can, you know, start at the same pace. Everyone starts at their own levels, their own motivation, or discipline levels, you know, their own, like, effort levels. And, you know, they can only go up, right? You can only go up from there.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yo, look at that. Yo. He got that King Kong gun Luffy gear 4. Let's go, let's go. Huge.
So he was a rich kid. You wasn't a rich kid.
I'm not. He's a trust fund baby.
All right, here then. Here. Have this then.
Thank you.
Why the fuck are nipples hard, bro? What the hell? That's some weird shit, man. Americans are weird, man. What the hell, dude? She's not even wearing a bra, dude. What the fuck? Okay, and then he got a gift from some dude. Okay, so I'm not sure how much I'm gonna cut out the majority of this video, but the last part I kind of scrolled through where he was just browsing Best Buy. More of the story. If you're going to motivate somebody to go work out or do something that they are not comfortable with, but they are within their comfort levels, don't force them to do things that are beyond their mental capabilities. Just because their physical capabilities could, you know, could reach certain levels, doesn't mean their mental capabilities can reach their certain levels or maintain that certain level. The brain is a very powerful organ, and neglecting the brain just because your other, you know, the rest of your body can do much more is pretty ignorant, in my opinion. And that's kind of what Speed did in the majority of this video. I'm proud of, if nobody else is, I'm proud of Jamal for doing what he did, okay? I saw that he did definitely put in effort. Maybe not as much effort as he could have put in, but that doesn't matter, okay? Any effort into the gym, any effort, any attempt of improving yourself, even if it's a little bit, that's already a great first step, okay? You don't start running right away, alright? Whenever you're a baby, you start crawling, then you start standing up, then you start walking. And then you start running, man. Like, everyone starts at their own pace. At their own level. And he didn't crawl, he definitely walked today, so. Even if Speed is not, you know, as proud of him as he should have, I'm proud of him, okay? So yeah, Jamal, if you see this, I'm proud of you, man. You did a great job, 100%. Anyway, with that being said, let me know what you thought about the video. Leave a like, subscribe. That's about it. Take care.